Every morning by the schoolyard gate, she arrived a little early, never late. Holding novels close against her chest, always choosing silence over all the rest. While the others filled the halls with noise, she chased little dreams instead of louder joys. The autumn wind would move her hair, but hardly anyone would see her standing there. She carried tiny worlds inside that no one stopped to find. Sometimes the brightest stars are hidden from our eyes. She was always enough, she just didn't know. Waiting for one honest heart to help her believe so. He never looked for perfect words or someone dressed to shine. He simply loved the quiet soul that kindness made divine. Rainy afternoons inside the stacks, she smiled while putting borrowed paperbacks back. One day a stranger reached the shelf, searching for a story he could never tell himself. Their conversation started small, favorite writers, winter leaves that fall. Day by day the distance faded slow, like spring replacing all the winter snow. He listened when she spoke, like every word was gold. For the first time in her life, she didn't feel invisible. She was always enough, she just didn't know. Waiting for one honest heart to help her believe so. He saw laughter in her eyes long before the crowd. He heard music in her voice before she sang out loud. The spring dance came on Friday night, strings of lanterns glowing bright. She almost stayed at home instead, afraid of every word inside her head. He knocked softly at her door, holding wildflowers gathered from the shore. He smiled and gently took her hand. You've never needed anyone else's permission to stand. She wore the same warm smile she'd always known, only now it finally felt like home. No borrowed beauty, no disguise, only quiet courage shining in her eyes. Then they walked into the crowded hall. People finally noticed after all, but he only smiled because he knew nothing beautiful about her was ever new. Now the whole room knows her name, now they all can see the light they overlooked before was there so faithfully. She didn't bloom because they stared, or because fashions changed. She bloomed because one faithful heart loved her just the same. She was always enough from the very start. The prettiest thing she ever wore was the goodness in her heart. Time will carry Everybody is searching now for the smile you'll wear someday.